Hi guys, it's Arielle. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing well. Today is a surprise video, even for myself. I had no intentions of filming today, as you can probably guess, but I just got home from doing some impromptu shopping and I just found the coolest stuff that I have to show you guys. Not only because what I bought is fantastic, but because the stores that I discovered are amazing. And I was so enamored with what I found that I actually asked the boutique owners if they would do an interview with me on my main channel for like my souvenir series. But the problem is those videos take so long for me to produce, doing all the interviews, all the editing, like it's a lot of time. And so I know I won't have that out until midsummer. And I was just thinking, like, for you guys, if you're visiting early summer or if you live in Paris, then I really just want to share the names of these stores with you and show you what I got. That way you can visit if you're in town. My first bag of purchases are all vintage dishware. I go to the 11th all the time, and this is the very first time that I came across this boutique. It's pretty new. She told me that she opened about 5 months ago, but I was literally just walking through this random street and her window display caught my eye. The dishware was just so colorful and playful and fun, and it's exactly what I was looking for. I have been searching non-stop for fun dishware, and I can't find anything unique or special in any of the stores. Normally, Monoprix has a nice selection, but I'm very much disappointed with what they have at the moment in terms of dishware. So I was thrilled. And not just by the look of it, by the price. I was shocked. You'll see the pieces that I got, like the prices that I paid are crazy for a vintage store like that in Paris. And she was telling me what she does is she takes her car, her little truck, and she goes to Bourgogne on the weekends, and she does all the garage sales and the flea markets, and she brings back all these little treasures with her, and she sells them in her store in Paris, and that's how she can keep her prices affordable. And it's so funny because her and I talked about this for like 5 minutes, but I used to love doing the brocante in Paris. Brocante is the word that we use for garage sales, sort of like the street flea markets that you see where they sell vintage clothes and vintage home decor and just really anything you can think of. All those markets that you see all over the place on social media. It used to be really fun to do the brocante in Paris, but the problem is they became like professionalized. Now you have professional vintage sellers who buy stands in these markets and they just mark up everything. It's insufferable because for a used item, you're paying the same, if not more, than you would pay for that item brand new in a store. And I actually, just anecdotally, I got into a fight with, not a fight, but I disagreed with a seller at one of these brocantes because I came across this basic green glass jar, okay? It was a glass jar and it had the metal lid, you know, the airtight lids. But the problem is that airtight lid was completely rusted and the plastic was moldy. And so it was inusable. You couldn't use it. Like, you couldn't use it as an airtight jar. It would not in any way be safe for you. And so I was thinking I would remove all the rust and all the mold and I would just use the glass jar itself as like a flower vase. And I asked the man how much he wanted for it and he was like 10 euros. And I showed him on my phone, I'm like, I could literally buy 2 of these brand new for 10 euros. Why would I buy this here, this rusted version of it for 10? Like, it makes no sense. I was genuinely confused by his pricing. And he was like, it is what it is. You take it or you don't. And I'm just like, obviously not. But anyways, my point is, the prices of the markets of the brocante have become unreasonable in Paris. I mean, you'll always find gems if you take your time and you spend hours. You'll always find something interesting, but it is just really exhausting, even just emotionally, seeing all these professional garage sellers upcharge for everything. So, all that said, here is everything I picked up. I just picked up this bowl and I didn't realize that she put the smaller bowls inside it. And they just fell on the ground. Joel. Okay, so the two bowls that I just smashed, I don't know what they were made of. Definitely doesn't look like glass. I hope it's not crystal, but it shattered into fairy dust. Like the shards of glass just shattered like powder. I can't even show you the broken pieces because it's 3 million of them. So anyways, moving on. This is bowl number 1. It is strawberry season at the moment. We are consuming liters, kilograms of strawberries on a weekly basis, and I thought this was a really cute bowl to store them or serve them in. And for this, I paid €5. These were the first set of dishes that I was really drawn to because I thought it was so fun how they look like marble. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but it just looks like slabs of marble. I think that's so cool. And I don't know the brand at all, but it says made in Italy on the back. And each plate was €3.50. These I saw in the window display and I just love them. Like, hi, how cute is that? I just think the pink flowers are stinking cute. These were the same as the other small plates. They were €3.50 each, which I think is really, really affordable for this kind of dishware. Like this in Monoprix would probably cost you about €7 or €8, and it wouldn't be as nice, in my opinion. There's also something on the back. Let's Google it. Because it's sort of this, you know, drawing of someone painting. And I'm wondering if these are hand painted. I would kind of assume so. Okay, so with a reverse Google image search, I found that this is from the brand Ceramica San Marciano in Italy. Wow, it looks like it's from the 70s and they're hand painted. I also bought, I wouldn't say it's a dinner plate. I would say maybe it's more of a serving plate. Like I could see myself putting cookies on here or fruits if I'm hosting. And it's from the same brand, and this bigger plate was €8.50. I almost wish I could save this and bring this home to my mom when I go to Toronto next, because she would love this. Her favorite color is pink, and this just screams my mom. And the last item. This was another piece from the display that really caught my eye. It's just this red vintage serving plate, I want to say. Again, it's something where I would maybe bake cakes or muffins and I would put out when I host a brunch. I have a similar plate in blue, and so I'm looking for this kind of, I don't know, what is this pattern called? I just want to say it's vintage, but there's got to be a name for this pattern because this is made in England. It's from Ridgway's Royal Semi Porcelain. I'll show you guys if you're curious. And this one I paid €20 for. Okay, so I would love to proceed and show you my other purchase, but I think we need to clean the glass pixie dust up off the floor. So we're gonna do a quick vacuum. See you in 5. Okay, we're back. My second purchase. If in the future I have no money, it's because I've given it all to this store. They're incredible. Okay, at least that's my first impression. I haven't really worn these shoes yet, but my experience was incredible. Basically, again, I was walking through the 11th, taking my pictures for my consultation call, and I come across a store with the most beautiful leather shoes in the window, and not a sign, but you know, like window detailing that says made in France, Heritage House, fit to measure. Oh, and they also had that they offer sizes 30, I think, to 50 in their window. And as a lady with large feet, okay, I'm a size 44, a size 12, I was like, no way. There's no way that I could get my dream shoes in my size. Like, no way. And when I say that, it's because I've been on the hunt for babies. You know the Madeline shoes, the buckle, they look very cute. I'll put a picture on screen. I've been looking for a pair of those for years, and I just can't find them in my size from any brand. Like, most brands stop at size 11 in Europe, size 41, 10, 11. And so anyways, I walked in, I was like, okay, I know the answer is probably no, but do you have women's shoes up until size 12? They were like, of course we do. And I sat there with this woman and I tried on 25 pairs of shoes. The reason why I tried on so many is because this store, and the name is La Boîte Gardienne? I was like, what? What is box? That makes no sense. La Boîte Gardienne. Botte is boot. But it's basically a brand that does all of the manufacturing in France. Like, they're leather shoes that are artisanally created in France. And what is so cool about this store is you can pick the style that you want. You can then customize the color that you want. And you can also pay an extra fee, of course, but you can have one size different from the other. And that has forever been my struggle with one foot that's slightly bigger. I always either have to buy shoes that are too small or shoes that fit one foot but slip off of the other. And it's the most annoying thing. And as you guys know as well, like with my exceptionally large feet, it's really hard to find fashionable shoes. Summer shoes are a little bit easier because, you know, if my toes or the heel of my foot hangs off, it's not a big issue. But in the fall, it feels sucky to not be able to have leather boots, you know, or something cute to wear with skirts and dresses. So yeah, all that to say, I tried on all these pairs. I figured out my size. I actually ordered a pair. So this one, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me show you the pair that I bought. I honestly I can't believe that I have finally found cute sandals. Cute, high quality, durable sandals in my size. So yeah, you have the Made in France on the back. Well, I'll try them on for you guys in a second. But basically, I bought these in store. They had my size, they had my color. Perfect. Then I tried on a different pair of shoes. I will pull up the picture and put it on screen. And I wasn't 100% convinced on these. Like, the style, I wasn't sure about it until I put them on, and they just were so cute. Like, I just love the way they look, and they were so comfortable. I had never felt more comfortable in a shoe ever. And you could just tell by bending it, by feeling the leather, by feeling the sole. Like, these are durable shoes that I think at least are gonna last me a very long time. So I ended up buying this shoe, and I customized it in two ways. So I customized the color. I got it in this Bordeaux brown color for fall. And I also customized it so that one foot is bigger than the other. And that costs, so to have one size different from the other, that costs 50 euros. And to customize the color, that costs 30 euros, which does seem like a lot. Honestly, it is a big purchase, but when you're someone like me who's always struggled with having shoes, I really do feel like these are gonna last me a lifetime, and I would rather them just fit my feet perfectly by, you know, choosing two different sizes than to, you know, not pay that 50 euro fee and have shoes that hurt one foot. So yeah, I was thrilled. And then I also saw a pair of riding boots, like calf length boots. I'll put the picture on screen as well. And again, because you can order up to size 44 or size 46 actually, I think, in those boots, I can finally have a pair of leather riding boots for fall, which is very exciting. So anyways, the reason why I wanted to share this is because if you are like me, if you struggle to find shoes that fit your feet, whether it's because your feet are two different sizes or you have really big feet or really small feet, then I think that this brand is gonna come in pretty clutch for you. I will say that if you do plan on customizing a pair of shoes, like as in choosing a color that you want, they have to actually make that shoe for you. It's not, you know, a factory where they're just pumping out shoes in all colors and all sizes. Like, you order the shoes, then they make them for you. And so I ordered those sort of clog looking shoes today, and I'll get them in about a month. So if you're traveling, if you're just here for 2 weeks, then it might not be possible for you to order a custom color. But in general, I think you can just tell by feeling the shoe. They're incredibly comfortable, like at least when I try them on in store, that it's definitely a high level of craftsmanship. So yeah, you'll have to stay tuned if ultimately these shoes do stand the test of time. The reason I say that is because the last shoe brand that I gave a shout out to on this channel, Menebi, ended up being the worst. So I will put that disclosure. I'm going to wear these and I'll keep you guys like updated. And I just say that because they are quite pricey. But anyways, enough of me. Let's try them on. I've asked my assistant to help me film my feet. And they're white, okay? They're white as paper, so I don't want to hear it. I haven't worn sandals literally in 9 months, so they're not the most aesthetic. But here we go. Here's what they look like. You can pan down now, Jean. Okay, you can see them? Okay, so we had to change locations in our apartment closer to the window because Jean said my feet look so white, it's scary. So hopefully this, you know, daylight will make it look better. But anyways, here's what they look like on. Okay, very cute, very cute. And the back as well, it's, I don't know, it looks nice. And you're probably thinking, Arielle, those are so basic, da da da. Yes. But you know what? I have never owned a pair of sandals in my size that are a quality pair of sandals. So for me, I'm in love. These were 210 euros. The color is customized. Like, their neutral color is sort of this, I want to say orangey brown. So they would have been 180, but because I bought this suede version, there was that 30 euro like customized fee. So they were 210, and I love them. I don't know what to say. I'm thrilled. So yeah, I think that brings us to the end of today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this was interesting for you. That was the first thing I thought of when I was like putting the dishes in my bag. I was like, I need to go home and show everybody this. They're so fantastic. So yeah, 2 new stores that I am in love with in Paris. I'll leave their Instagrams down below if you guys want to check them out. And yeah, that's all. Gonna go make dinner, and I'll see you guys later.